Hey y'all, I'm back with another DIY embellishment video, and this time I'm doing my version of the Dear Lizzy ephemera ticket flowers. I believe these are from the Neapolitan collection. This is my version, so I'm not going to get them exact. I'm just really having a lot of fun looking at different collections and embellishments and trying to recreate those. I started off by showing you the hydrangea punch, and that's a Martha Stewart punch. Now I have three or four different sizes of circle punches. You really don't need those, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to layer these embellishments with a pre-made like flower punch, like the hydrangea punch, and then how to kind of create your own flower using a circle punch, although you don't even really need the circle punches. So I'm trying to kind of mix it up, and if you don't have some of the tools that I have, try to show you ways that you can recreate this without this like particular punch in this case. So I'm starting off by curling up my hydrangea flowers, and I'm going to layer 3 of those flowers. I got this at Michael's, and it was like on sale. It was on clearance for, I want to say, like $4.99 or $5.99, and it's probably one of my favorite punches now. I was not using it before, and I haven't really been spending a whole lot of money on scrapbooking things because I recently cleaned my craft room and realized how much stuff I had. And my mom had made the comment, like, you wouldn't even have to buy anything for the rest of your life. And I was like, yeah, that's probably true. So basically, I know a lot of us can kind of relate to that. So I'm really trying to kind of not spend as much money on crafting things and then just use what I have. So it's really kind of getting me creative in my craft space and stepping outside the box. So I curled up those and then just used hot glue gun to layer those 3, and I just kind of offset them. Now I'm going to take the circles, and I'm going to start with this. I think it's 1 1/4 inch. It's roughly 1 1/4. And I'm just kind of I'm going to make like a little rough scallop around. I'm just taking my scissors and nothing fancy, and just going around each one of those circles. I'm going to do that with each layer. So I did the 1 1/4. I think that's like a 1 inch, the middle layer, and then this last one that I'm cutting is 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this, except I'm going to do a little bit more, I guess, like, it's a little bit more extreme. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word. I'm like freezing up here, but basically I did a little bit of a bigger scallop on that one. And I'm just going to continue doing that. And I'm starting by doing the flowers. I'm creating the flowers first, and then I'm going to go in and layer up everything here in a little bit. So what I did is I just took my scissors and I'm just cutting slits in where I turned my scissors in. So just slits in each little area that's inward, and then I'm going to layer those up, and that's just going to help the flower fold up a little bit better. Honestly, I realized that I probably put way too much hot glue, and especially on this next one that I'm doing. You'll see I did not do slits on this one because you can kind of do it either way. So I'm trying to show you guys like different ways that you can do this. But I used too much hot glue, and it kind of it prevented the flower from being able to fold up as much as it should. But you'll see that it all works out in the end, so it's fine. But that's why I love this flower punch. It makes it so easy. And there are so many flower punches out there. Plus, if you have a Cameo, you can probably print or cut different like flowers like that, like build your own flowers, or there's probably die cuts out there like that. So here's where I'm taking the one that I cut slits in, and I'm just kind of curling it up and just using my hands to fluff those up. And this is like, obviously it's pattern paper. If you use a lighter weight pattern paper, it probably would work a little bit better. But I just used like scraps, so mostly scraps. And then now I am going through the enamel dots and just filling those in, just kind of finding some different colors that might match. And I also have a little set of pearls there that I am going to stick on some of those. And then after that, I'll begin layering up. So I have a little scrap box on my desk, and then I also pulled some papers from just like some 6x6 pads that I don't really dig into. And so, like I said, this is really helping me get into those items that I really don't use that often. So those are the Martha Stewart flowers, and then these are just kind of like the homemade ones. And you can definitely tell those are a lot more organic. That's a nice way of saying that those are like handmade and you can tell. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of using my fingers to fluff those up. And then I realized there that I'd put too much hot glue underneath the black and white layer. And so it wouldn't fluff up as good. So here's where I'm going to start cutting just some various strips, and I'm going to create my own ticket. And if you'll see at the very beginning, I showed that I had a little hole punch, just a standard office supply hole punch. To create a ticket, all you'd have to do is cut like a triangle and then take the hole punch and cut like semicircles the whole way around. I'm going to do it a couple more times, so you'll be able to see. If you missed that, you'll be able to see it again. So I just cut a rectangle, and I don't remember who has done, like several people have done this before. I want to say maybe like I've seen it done by Stampin' Up! Demonstrators possibly, and I thought that was a really cute idea. So if you have a ticket punch, that would work even better. So here's here's another one that I've created, and you can use anything you want to layer these up. I'm just trying to like get as close to the original, or as close to the original ephemera pack as possible, but I mean, you can really layer whatever you want on these underneath these flowers. And you'll see those 4 glitter scallop circles I have punched. That's going to be like the bottom layer. And honestly, I realized afterwards that I probably could have used a bigger one. I don't have a bigger scallop circle, but if I did, I probably would have used that one, because I think it would have made the center stand out a little bit more. So you'll see that I cut some various strips, and you'll see what I use those for here in a second. And then I'm pulling some different ephemera from my stash just to see if, I can change it up a little bit. And I found a ticket, and then I found some different labels and things, and I'm just going to use those for layering. I really like the way that the hot glue worked for this project, because it gave dimension to those flowers, which is, part of the whole purpose of this, is to kind of have a layered and textured look. And so I really found that the hot glue worked out great for this. So here's where I'm just going to start layering some things. First, I'm starting with just a simple like banner shape. Then I found some little tiny words. On the original ephemera pack, there are some little, it doesn't look like they're tiny word stickers, but there's like tiny words, almost like typewriter font, on the banners. And then they have little tickets that say like admit 1. Of course, I don't have that. I mean, if you really wanted to take the time to like figure out a way to use real tickets, I guess you could do that too from like an office supply store. But I just thought, I'd use what I had. So there's the first one that I've made. I really like the way that one turned out. That one might be my favorite out of all of them. And then I'm going to work on the second one now. And I'm just kind of finding different things out of my stash and just layering them up. I found that ticket, and then here's the other half of that other ticket. And that's what's cool, is you just kind of cut it in half, and you can use both ends. And then I have some other tiny text stickers, and I believe those are Cosmo Cricket. And that one says I love you, although you'll only be able to see the love you part, which is totally fine. And then looks like I'm going to cut another little banner shape. And I'm going to layer that up. And then I'm going to continue doing this, and I'm going to leave you guys with some music. And I don't think there's really anything else that I do that I haven't explained. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you have any questions, and have a great week.